Hi guys, I'm just making this video because I'm sure you've all seen in the news, and I'm sure it's all over the TV as well, that 5 men have been extradited today. They've been sent for immediate extradition to the USA, and they're going on about Abu Hamza, which I'm sure most of you know because he's got the crook hand. Also, there's 4 other men that have also been extradited today, and one of those people are called Babar Ahmad. And I'm just going to tell you the short story of Babar Ahmad because I wrote a blog about him in June 2011 last year. So I'm just going to quickly read that blog to you now. Free Babar Ahmad, the British court and police system we should be ashamed of. In a complicated case of false arrest, alleged terrorist behaviour, police brutality and violence, mocking a man's religion and race, involving the police and Babar Ahmad, a British Muslim citizen born and bred and raised here, with, according to a statement read out yesterday by Babar Ahmad's father, who is a former civil servant, said his son had no ties at all with America. Babar Ahmad was brutally arrested in his home by over a dozen police, 4 of which were charged with assault. These are a few quotes from Babar Ahmad about the incident which took place. Intimidating, Mr. Ahmed told Southwark Crown Court. Initially I was in shock, confusion and panic. I didn't know what had happened. I didn't have the foggiest idea. When I saw the police I felt somewhat reassured. I thought, it's the police. It's only the police. It's not a car crash or a robber. Mr. Ahmed said officers in full riot gear ran up the stairs, and despite him standing passively with his hands up, he was thrown headfirst into a window. The officers then beat him while shouting vulgar abuse and language, he told the jury. Jonathan Laidlow QC, prosecuting, asked the witness if he had fought or struggled. Mr. Ahmed replied, I was completely compliant because I had made up my mind when they came up towards me. I was going to cooperate and reassure them that they had nothing to fear from me whatsoever. He added, at no point did I struggle or make it difficult for them. At no point did I say anything to them other than, can you stop hitting me? I didn't make it hard for them or provoke them whatsoever. I started screaming in pain. It was extremely painful. The metal went straight down my bone. It was like someone held a flame to my wrists, he told the court. The witness told the court that officers touched his private parts when he was put in a praying position and mocked for his faith. One of the officers said, you're in prayer now. All the others began to laugh, and it was like they were laughing at me. One said, where is your God now? And another said, pray to him. After that the officers were laughing, and I can't remember details of what was said, but it was a very intimidating atmosphere. I had just been beaten and I was on the floor, and they were laughing and there were jibes. By the time Mr. Ahmed reached the police station, he had sustained at least 73 forensically recorded injuries, including bleeding in his ears and urine. 6 days later he was released without charge. Babar Ahmad then filed a formal complaint that he had been subjected to horrific physical, sexual and religious abuse by the arresting police officers. In other words, he was not prepared to just forget about it and do nothing because it was the police that did this to him. Babar Ahmad was a brave man for not wanting the police to get away with this. This must never be forgotten. Whilst in police custody, a nurse said that Babar Ahmad should be taken to hospital. They were told that if they took him to hospital they would lose their jobs, as reported on the BBC News website. And you can see pictures of his injuries if you Google Babar Ahmad injuries. The case can be validated by the fact that in 2009 the Met Police admitted in the Royal Courts of Justice in London that this incident did unlawfully take place. Babar Ahmad was awarded £60,000 for compensation and damages, wrongful arrest and subsequent unnecessary violence and verbal abuse that ensued. A clear acknowledgement to all of the wrong done by the officers involved. In August 2004, Babar Ahmad was re-arrested in London. He was taken straight to prison pursuant to an extradition request from the US under the controversial No Evidence Required Extradition Act of 2003. America has alleged that in the 1990s, Babar was a supporter of terrorism. Babar Ahmad denies these allegations. Yesterday, the 4 officers who abused Babar Ahmad were cleared of all charges in a British court. Members of the jury found them not guilty and new evidence brought forward by the Met Police suggests that Babar Ahmad was linked to terrorist activity. The Met Police now claim that they had placed recording evidence and devices in Babar Ahmad's house. This evidence only came to light in March this year. Such overwhelming evidence against this man, then why was none of this mentioned before they paid him £60,000 compensation, having already openly admitted that the event did occur? It took jurors only an hour to clear the 4 police officers of this awful crime. In fact, the BBC report that jury members asked if they could meet the officers after the court case, so get this, they could shake their hands. Babar Ahmad may be extradited to the US. If so, he will have to spend the rest of his natural life in a maximum security prison. I cannot see what this man has done wrong, apart from speak out about his abuse at the hands of the British police. We need to support this man, as you never know when it may be you or a member of your family who may need public support. Now, there's been a petition for Babar Ahmad going for such a long time, and when I did write this blog, he'd already been imprisoned for 2,495 days, and he's the longest man ever held in prison with no proper charges held against him. So by the time I'd written this, that's how many days it is, and now God knows how many it is. And he just found out today that he is going to be sent to America for absolutely no reason at all. And I just find it really disgusting, and it upsets me so much, the amount of lies that are put out to the public. For instance, the police wouldn't have admitted to all that. If that hadn't have happened, why did the police compensate this man so much? And then they re-arrested him just to have a patsy to use to put this new extradition into practice, where they don't have to have any evidence to put somebody inside. That's what they've done today to these people. I don't know about the others, but I do know about Babar Ahmad, and I know he's a totally innocent man, and he's being extradited to America because he spoke out and he spoke truth, and this is his punishment for doing that. Okay? And also, you know, other things are in the news at the moment, and I can guarantee that tomorrow the papers are going to be full of this, full of the hook-handed man. It's going to be all about this. The front of the pages, front news will all be about this, when really what's in the news as well is you've got this stuff going on with Prince Charles and his best friend Sir Jimmy Savile. So you can guarantee you're not going to be seeing pictures like this on the front of the papers, but it's going to be all about this guy here. And do visit his website, Free Babar Ahmad, show some support there. And also tomorrow there is an emergency vigil being held at Trafalgar Square, St Martin's Field Church, and that's tomorrow from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. I can't get down there because I busted my foot, but if anyone is near Trafalgar Square, go down there. It's going to be a silent vigil held for these people, and just go and show your support for truth, because there's just too many lies out there. And that's it really, that's all I have to say. I want to send my love out to the family, because I did send them the blog, and they did send it to him whilst he was inside. Got a really nice email back from them, and you guys have been fighting so hard for your family member. I feel really sorry that this has happened today. But like I said, if anyone's in Trafalgar Square tomorrow, just pop down there 1 p.m. till 3, just to show your support for truth. Okay, peace out.